Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about effective emails. So email communication has become the primary part of our life as it is the main medium of communication. If I talk about your business, if I talk about your jobs, student life, everywhere we have to write a lot of emails. But do you think that email writing and reading is taking hell lot of time? And the primary time consuming activity of the day is email writing and reading. So how can you save time while writing and reading emails? So in this video, I'm going to share the tips to write effective emails and how can you save your time while writing your emails. So next is how to write effective emails which are impressive at the same time and which saves a lot of time. So what is the right way of writing an email? We start the email from the top, but the correct way is starting an email from the bottom. So what does that mean? If I talk about the template where we write the emails, what comes at the bottom? It is the attachment. So the first thing that you have to do while writing an email is to put in the attachment. The reason why I say that is most of the times we forget to put attachment in the emails. So if you do it the first thing in the email, you will never forget it. Then comes naming your attachment. Your attachment must be named properly. So most of the times your attachment should be similar to the subject of your email, or it should be very specific, like if you are just simply sharing your CV, then it should be like your name, your first name, then you have to write the post you are applying for and then name the attachment. So whenever somebody opens your attachment, or I can say downloads your attachment, it is easy to locate it. Then after the attachment comes the body that we have already discussed in the previous part. What are the things we have to put in the body? Then comes your subject. So once you write the body, on the basis of that, it becomes very easy to decide the subject. When I talk about subject, your subject should be very, very specific. It should not be vague. Like regarding meeting, it is a very vague subject. So instead of writing that, if you write meeting scheduled on so and so date, it becomes more specific, so that if somebody reads the subject, he or she is clear that what is the mail all about. Then your subject must not be 4 to 5 letters long. Maximum length is 5 letters. 5 words, not letters. I'm so sorry. 5 words long. Okay, so it should not be longer than that. The reason I say that is when somebody opens the email, 4 to 5 words are visible up front. If it is longer, they have to click on it, then only they will be able to read the entire subject. Then comes your BCC part. So we hardly use BCC. BCC is only used for promotions and sending newsletters. The other one are to and CC. So CC may we put those people whom we want to share the information with, and in to we put those people who are directly linked with the email, or we can say who have to take action on the email. So CC is most of the times for the we can say the reporting managers, and to is for the person who has to do the action. So we'll move in the reverse order, okay? We'll put CC, then we will put to, then we'll do proofreading once, and then we have to click send, and our emails are sent. So whenever we have to write the email, the first thing that we have to take care of is the format of the email. So what are the different things that are important in an email? That is to, CC, BCC, subject, the body and the attachment. So first we are going to talk about the body of the email. So what are the main contents of the body of the email? Number one is salutation. So by salutation, I mean how do we start an email? So we have to start an email using dear concerned, dear sir, dear ma'am. But what if you know the other person? So if you know the other person, in the formal setting, I always suggest that begin your email with dear Mr. and the last name, or dear Miss and the last name. And we avoid writing Mrs. in the email. So we do not address anyone with Mrs. And if you know somebody very closely, then only go for the first name. Otherwise, it is always advisable to use the last name. Then comes the greeting. Whenever we meet somebody for the first time, what is the first thing we do? We wish the other person. Then why not in emails? So in emails, you should also wish the other person. When we meet somebody, we can wish them by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. But in emails, I always suggest that instead of wishing somebody using a time frame greeting, it is better to write warm greetings, greetings from the name of your organization. Why is that so? Because if you say good morning and the person is reading your mail in evening, so wishing good morning does not make any sense. So it's always better to write greetings of the day. Then comes the main body. So if I talk about an ideal email, there must be 2 to 3 paragraphs, not more than that, and they must be spaced apart properly. So the first paragraph of your email must contain the introduction. Introduction means why are you writing that particular email. So for that, I would also be putting the templates in description that you can refer to while writing the email. It will save a lot of time. You can just simply copy paste. So first line should be like, I am writing in to discuss about the meeting that is going to be held next week. Something like that. Then in the second paragraph, just put in the additional details. Like the meeting shall be held on so and so date, so and so time and so venue. Okay, and then there must be a proper closing, which should be ideally the third paragraph, or the closing can be a simple line like looking forward to see you there, looking forward to meet you. So by closing, what I mean is that your email must be closed on a positive note. Okay, and you have to avoid negative words in that. Then after closing comes your regards and your signature. So most of the emails end with warm regards, and then your signatures, which are most of the times fixed up by the organization. But still, in your signatures, what are the primary things that you have to include? Number 1 is your name, obviously. Then number 2 is your designation. Then your contact number, and then the contact details of your organization, like the name of your organization. So there is a fixed signature that is there with the organization. Okay, so this is all about the body of the email. So the most important thing that you have to keep in mind while sending any email is, number 1, there should be no grammatical errors, there should be no spelling mistakes. So for that what you can do is, I have already put in the description a lot of templates that you can use for sending emails, but make sure when you copy paste them from that document, you change the font size, otherwise anyone can make out that you have copy pasted it, and it spoils your impression rather than making it. Number 2, you have to be very soft, very polite in the email. If you really feel that you are angry with the other person and you have to write a strict email, then it's better to give them a call and tell whatever you want to say, and don't write email when you are angry. Don't use harsh language. Be very polite when you have to write the email. So these are the 2 things that you always have to keep in mind. If there are still any questions that you want me to address, you can ask in the comments below. And if you want videos on any other topics that are going to help you, you can also put it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm very sure it is really going to help you in writing effective emails. Thank you.